Have you ever wondered why time seems to slip through our fingers like sand? And how Stoicism can help us manage it better? This, my friends, is not just a question, but a journey that we are about to embark upon together. A journey to understanding the essence of time and the role Stoicism plays in managing it effectively. Don't forget to subscribe and, as always, enjoy the video. Let's begin by acknowledging a simple yet profound truth. Time, much like sand, is not within our control. It's an inescapable flow that carries us along its current, regardless of our will. But what if we told you can navigate this flow more effectively? Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, offering insights into life and its many complexities. The Stoics understood time as a precious resource. They saw it not as an enemy, but as a companion on their journey towards wisdom and tranquility. The Stoics didn't chase time, they embraced it. They didn't fight it, they flowed with it. But how, you may ask, did they manage to do this? The answer lies in the Stoics' perspective of time. They viewed it as an opportunity, a chance to learn, to grow, to experience, and to contribute. In the words of Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, the part of life we really live is short. The Stoics understood that each moment is fleeting, never to return, and thus too valuable to be wasted. They strived to make the most of their time, not by filling it with incessant activity, but by focusing on what truly matters. So as we delve deeper into this journey, remember this Stoic principle. Time is not our enemy, but our ally. It is not a resource to be wasted, but to be savored. It is not a burden, but a gift that should be used wisely. As we close this first chapter, let's ponder over the words of Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic emperor and philosopher. He said, "Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current." A gentle reminder not to fight the current, but to learn to navigate it with wisdom and grace. But how can we apply the principles of Stoicism to our daily lives to manage our time better? Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, teaches us that the path to happiness lies not in trying to control the world around us, but in learning to control ourselves. It guides us to accept things as they are, especially those beyond our control, and to focus our energy and time on what we can change. Take, for instance, the story of Marcus, a modern-day Stoic. Marcus, like many of us, often found himself stuck in traffic during his daily commute. Initially, he would let his frustration boil over, honking his horn, muttering under his breath, and feeling his day start on the wrong foot. But then Marcus discovered Stoicism. He realized that the traffic was beyond his control. No amount of anger or frustration would clear the roads. Instead, he started focusing on what he could control. He began to use this time to listen to educational podcasts, learn a new language, or simply reflect on his day. He transformed this once frustrating daily experience into a productive and calming routine, all thanks to Stoicism. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of distinguishing between necessary and unnecessary actions. We often find ourselves caught up in tasks that don't align with our goals or values, wasting precious time and energy. By applying Stoic principles, we can learn to identify these distractions and focus on actions that truly matter, making our time more productive and meaningful. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to live in the present moment. It reminds us that the past is unchangeable and the future uncertain. By worrying about them, we waste the present moment, the only time we truly possess. By embracing the here and now, we can make the most of our time and live a more fulfilled life. The Stoic doesn't fret about the traffic. They accept it and use the time to listen to an educational podcast or reflect on their day. What are some Stoic techniques that we can use to manage our time more effectively? Let's delve into this fascinating realm of philosophy and practicality. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful, to prioritize, and to set realistic goals. These are not just theoretical concepts, but actionable steps we can incorporate into our daily lives. Firstly, mindfulness. Stoicism emphasizes living in the present moment, being acutely aware of our thoughts and actions. It's about focusing on the task at hand and not letting our minds wander off to the past or future. This might sound simple, but it's a skill that needs cultivating. Imagine you're writing a report. Rather than fretting about the deadline or thinking about your next task, focus solely on writing. You'll find that you're not only more productive, but also more content. Next, prioritizing tasks. Stoicism encourages us to distinguish between what's within our control and what's not. This principle can be applied to our daily tasks. Some tasks are more important than others, some are urgent, some can wait. Identifying what needs to be done now and what can be postponed helps us manage our time more effectively. Then, setting realistic goals. Stoicism advises us to be realistic in our expectations. It's easy to overload our schedules, thinking we can accomplish more than we actually can. By setting achievable goals, we ensure that we're not setting ourselves up for disappointment and stress. Let's bring this to life with an example. Suppose you're planning a weekend trip. Instead of attempting to visit every tourist spot, choose a few that genuinely interest you. This way, you're not rushing from one place to another, but truly experiencing each moment. These Stoic techniques are not about squeezing more tasks into our day. They're about making the most of our time, about quality over quantity. They're about living a fulfilling and meaningful life. Remember, as Seneca said, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Make every moment count. So how can you start applying these Stoic principles and techniques to your own life? The first step is quite simple. Mindfulness. Yes, it might seem like a buzzword, but it's a cornerstone of Stoicism. Mindfulness is about being present, focusing on the here and now, not dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties. Try setting aside just 5 minutes each day for quiet contemplation. It could be in the morning as you sip your coffee, or in the evening as the world settles into slumber. During these moments, allow your thoughts to flow freely, but don't let them carry you away. Observe them, understand them, but remain grounded in the present. Next, embrace the art of single tasking. In a world that prizes multitasking, this might seem counterintuitive, but Stoics understood that focusing on one task at a time leads to a deeper level of engagement and ultimately better results. So the next time you find yourself juggling multiple tasks, take a step back. Choose one thing and give it your undivided attention. You'll be surprised at how much more you can achieve when you're not scattering your energy in multiple directions. Thirdly, practice acceptance. Life is filled with events beyond our control, and Stoicism teaches us to accept them without letting them disturb our inner peace. The next time something doesn't go your way, instead of getting frustrated, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that it's outside of your control and focus on what you can influence. Finally, remember, it's a journey. Stoicism isn't about reaching a destination, it's about the path you take to get there. So don't rush. Allow yourself to stumble, to learn, to grow. So there you have it. 4 simple yet profound ways to start applying Stoicism to your life. Practicing mindfulness, focusing on one task at a time, accepting what you cannot control, and remembering that it's all about the journey. As Epictetus said, no great thing is created suddenly. Start small, and with time you'll see big changes. How will managing your time with Stoicism change your life? Let's delve into this. You see, Stoicism isn't just about managing your time efficiently. It's about spending it wisely. It's about living in the moment, appreciating what you have, and not worrying about what you can't control. In the grand scheme of things, the Stoic approach to time management can lead to less stress. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's in our power and to let go of what isn't. This means you're not wasting precious time worrying about the uncontrollable. Instead, you're using it to take action on what you can influence. And this, my friends, is liberating. But there's more. Stoicism can also boost your productivity by embracing the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. You accept each moment as it comes, and you make the most of it. There's no room for procrastination in a Stoic schedule. Every moment is an opportunity to act, to learn, to grow. Now let's talk about fulfillment. Stoicism encourages us to live according to nature and virtue. This means that we're not just chasing after fleeting pleasures or material wealth. Instead, we're striving for something more profound, something more meaningful. By spending our time pursuing virtue, we're leading a more fulfilling life. And to bring it all together, Stoicism teaches us that time is our most valuable asset. It's finite, it's irreplaceable, the clock keeps ticking regardless of whether we're ready for it. So, how do we make the most of it? By embracing the Stoic way of life, by making every moment count. So why not give it a try? Start by taking a few moments each day to reflect on your actions, your choices, your time. Ask yourself, am I spending my time wisely? And then act accordingly. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the longest lived and the shortest lived man, when they come to die, lose one and the same thing. Make your time count.